I am excited about the prospect of working with my hands again. Man, I cannot tell you as how much I missed just getting up and walking around to do things like while I work. I don't know how many of y'all are in corporate America or do work at a computer all day, but I do, for those of you who don't know. And these last 3 days, I've been putting up my fence around my backyard, and I had so much fun. Now, don't get me wrong, it hurt. It was painful because one, my body was not used to doing that kind of work, and also there was a lot of challenges with the fence itself. But I can't even believe that I spent so much time at a desk. And it's just an interesting phenomenon because I feel like when people talk about what work they want to do, it's usually a job at an office, right? It's something cushy. And when I say cushy, I don't mean it's not hard. It's just a different kind of hard. It's a mental hard. Physical hards people don't typically go for. Like you don't see many people saying, I really, really want to be a construction worker, right? I want to lay pipe. I want to be a plumber. You don't hear that much in our society. I'm sure there's some people who want that and that exists, but you just don't hear it very often. The jobs that are coveted and sold to the youth are not jobs that are physically demanding most of the time. And I find that interesting because I've been thinking about, doing work that you like, right? For those of you who don't know, I used to work at Domino's before we moved here to Illinois as a second job. And that job, although it's not as physically demanding as construction, it's, you're on your feet. And I noticed I was much happier being on my feet, even if it was delivering pizzas, than I was at a desk. And I think that's interesting because, again, the jobs that we were told, or the jobs that we're sold as the best ones that pay the most and, are typically the ones that have us being the least mobile. Y'all don't find that interesting? I find that interesting. Now, why is it that so few people want to do that kind of work? Well, it's true. After years and years of that, if you don't do it in a way that's, good for your body and your health, if you're not watching that, you can hurt yourself. But I don't know, man. Something about doing something with my hands and then being able to stand back and look at it and say, I did that. Holy shit, there was nothing there before, and I put that up. I did that. That is a sense of accomplishment that I quite honestly don't get when I create something online or I create something, on the computer. I just don't get that sense. It's nice, but it's just not the same because you get very real feedback from the things that you do with your hands. And I feel like, I've been missing that. I won't speak for everybody else. I'm just putting my own thoughts out there. But I think it would do a lot of people good if you're somebody who was like me, right? Who felt like, man, I just need to get moving. Go outside and do something with your hands. Like, just put your hands in some dirt or some shit. Like, seriously. Be a part of some type of project. It's a physically demanding project. Something about seeing that progress out into the world, again, not on a screen, but out in the world, I think gives you a different type of feedback that the digital world necessarily can't provide. And that's important for us just as people. We lost the sense of that, I think. And I'm just really glad that I'm going to have the opportunity as I go shift into this next phase of my life to do more things with my hands. So I just wanted to share that with y'all because, man, it's been a hard 3 days. Let me just be real. I'm on the way to the gym. My body is hurting. I'm sore, but I'm going to this gym. And as sore as I am, I look at that fence in the morning. Looked at that fence in the morning. This morning, I was like, I did that shit. I did it, and it's a proud moment. So, yeah, don't be afraid to get out there and do something with your hands. Might be the little shake-up you're looking for if you're somebody who works at the desk all day like I do. Anyway, I'm gonna get to the gym. I'll talk to y'all later.